Pierce Brosnan, widely recognized for his portrayal of the legendary James Bond, is enduring a level of heartbreak that no screenplay could ever truly replicate. Beneath the composed exterior, the familiar charm, and the quiet resilience he has long been known for, there now lies a deeply painful reality: the devastating diagnosis affecting his beloved wife. As people around the world observe this unfolding situation with a sense of disbelief and sympathy, Brosnan finds himself confronting the prospect of a farewell he never expected to face. What is unfolding is not simply a narrative of loss, but a powerful testament to love pushed to its very limits under the weight of life's most unforgiving challenges. Before fame and personal tragedy reshaped his journey, Pierce Brosnan entered a crucial stage of his early adulthood in 1977. At that time, he was still an aspiring actor, steadily building his craft through work in theater and television. His focus was driven by ambition rather than recognition, and he was still searching for the opportunity that would define his career. Everything began to shift when he encountered Australian actress Cassandra Harris, an accomplished and poised performer who had already made her mark in the entertainment industry, including an appearance in the film For Your Eyes Only. Their meeting sparked an immediate and undeniable connection that soon developed into a profound emotional relationship. Cassandra Harris contributed far more to Brosnan's life than companionship alone. She introduced him to the experience of building a family. From her previous marriage to Dermot Harris, she had 2 children, Charlotte and Christopher. Rather than approaching this situation with hesitation, Brosnan embraced it wholeheartedly. He stepped into their lives with genuine warmth and commitment, forming meaningful bonds with the children long before any formal steps were taken. This willingness to extend love beyond traditional boundaries revealed a defining aspect of Brosnan's character: an unwavering devotion to family above all else. In December 1980, Brosnan and Harris formalized their relationship through marriage. This union represented not only a romantic commitment, but also the solidification of a blended family grounded in trust, mutual respect, and affection. Their happiness grew even further with the arrival of their son, Sean Brosnan, completing what Brosnan viewed as a deeply fulfilling family life. Following the passing of Dermot Harris, Brosnan made another significant and heartfelt decision by legally adopting Charlotte and Christopher. In doing so, he ensured that they carried his name, along with the emotional and practical support he had always provided. The early 1980s proved to be a defining era in Brosnan's professional life. After years of dedication and perseverance, he finally achieved widespread recognition. His major breakthrough came when he was selected to play the lead role in the television series Remington Steele. Portraying a character that combined sophistication, wit, and charisma, Brosnan quickly captured the attention of audiences. The series gained popularity for its engaging mix of mystery, romance, and humor, and Brosnan's performance elevated him from a promising actor to an international figure almost overnight. With this rise in fame came financial stability and an expanded range of opportunities. For the first time, Brosnan was able to provide comfortably for his family and establish a secure and stable lifestyle. Despite the increasing demands of his career, including long working hours, travel commitments, and growing media attention, he remained firmly committed to balancing his professional obligations with his personal life. At the center of this balance stood Cassandra Harris, who served not only as his partner, but also as a consistent source of encouragement and emotional grounding. Harris frequently accompanied Brosnan to premieres, industry gatherings, and public appearances. Their natural chemistry and visible affection were evident to those around them. Observers often described their relationship as one characterized by passion, stability, and mutual respect. Behind the public image, Brosnan continued to prioritize his role as a father. Whether spending quality time with his children or maintaining a sense of normalcy within the home, he worked diligently to ensure that the pressures of fame did not overshadow family life. Together, he and Harris created a nurturing environment in which their children were shielded as much as possible from the intensity of the entertainment industry. However, in 1987, the life Brosnan had carefully built began to face an unexpected and life-altering disruption. While he was working overseas and focusing on his expanding career, concerning news emerged from home. Cassandra Harris had begun experiencing ongoing fatigue and a series of unexplained health issues. What initially appeared to be minor concerns soon escalated into something far more serious, leading to medical evaluations that ultimately revealed a devastating diagnosis: ovarian cancer. The situation carried additional emotional weight, as Harris's own mother had previously died from the same illness, making the diagnosis deeply personal and profoundly distressing. For Brosnan, this news was overwhelming and abruptly shattered the sense of stability he had come to rely on. At a moment when his career was flourishing and his family life seemed secure, everything suddenly felt uncertain and fragile. The future he had envisioned, one filled with continued growth, shared happiness, and stability, was no longer guaranteed. Fear replaced optimism, and all personal and professional plans became secondary to the immediate need to support his wife through her illness. Following the diagnosis, Cassandra Harris embarked on a difficult and prolonged battle that lasted approximately 4 years. Her treatment involved multiple surgical procedures, repeated rounds of intensive chemotherapy, and continuous medical monitoring. Each phase of treatment brought brief periods of hope, often followed by setbacks that reminded the family of the severity and persistence of the disease. During this time, Brosnan's life shifted dramatically away from film sets and acting commitments toward hospital rooms and extended periods of waiting and caregiving. In response to his wife's condition, Brosnan made deliberate adjustments to his career in order to remain present throughout her treatment. He prioritized being by her side during hospital stays, offering emotional support during recovery periods, and ensuring that she never faced the challenges of the illness alone. Despite her declining health, Harris demonstrated remarkable strength and resilience. She made conscious efforts to maintain a sense of normalcy for their children whenever possible, encouraging shared meals, laughter, and moments of togetherness that provided comfort and stability amid uncertainty. Privately, both Brosnan and Harris understood the seriousness of the situation they were confronting. Their lives became increasingly centered around treatment schedules, medical results, and cautious optimism. Brosnan later reflected on this period as one in which time seemed to lose its usual meaning, no longer measured by long-term goals or future plans, but instead by daily progress and medical milestones. By late 1991, Harris's condition had reached its most critical stage. Her health began to decline rapidly, and it became evident that the treatments were no longer producing the desired results. At this point, medical efforts shifted away from attempting to cure the disease and instead focused on providing comfort and care during her remaining time. Confronted with the reality of her situation, Harris made a deeply personal and courageous decision not to prolong her life through artificial means if her condition continued to deteriorate. For Brosnan, this phase marked a period of profound emotional anguish. The woman who had been his partner, his support system, and the center of his family was nearing the end of her life. He remained steadfastly by her side, determined to be present during her final moments, just as he had been throughout her illness. On December 28, 1991, Cassandra Harris passed away at the age of 43. Brosnan was reportedly with her at the time, sharing those final private moments away from public attention. Her passing concluded a chapter defined by love, strength, and enduring devotion. The aftermath of her death left Brosnan emotionally devastated. In later reflections, he described the experience as an unimaginable form of suffering and the deepest pain he had ever endured. In addition to coping with his grief, he now faced the responsibility of raising 3 children without the presence of the woman who had been the heart of their family. While his role as a father remained unchanged, it became intertwined with mourning and the challenge of helping his children navigate their own loss. In the years that followed, Brosnan entered a period marked by emotional complexity and quiet struggle. In private, he carried his grief with him, often withdrawing as he adjusted to life without his partner. The home they had built together felt incomplete, and raising his children alone introduced both a renewed sense of purpose and an added emotional burden. During this time, Brosnan increasingly turned to his acting career as a means of coping with his loss. Acting became more than just a profession. It served as a structured outlet that allowed him to channel his emotions and maintain forward momentum. Immersing himself in his work provided temporary relief from his grief, even as the underlying sense of loss remained ever present. In the mid-1990s, Brosnan received a career-defining opportunity that would reshape his professional identity. He was cast as James Bond in the film GoldenEye, stepping into one of the most iconic roles in cinematic history. The film's release revitalized the franchise and introduced Brosnan to a global audience. His portrayal, which combined elegance, confidence, and emotional depth, resonated widely and solidified his status as an international star. Nearly a decade after the loss of Cassandra Harris, Brosnan gradually began to open himself up to the possibility of love again. During the 1990s, he met Keely Shea Smith, and their relationship developed through shared understanding, companionship, and aligned values rather than sudden intensity alone. Smith brought a sense of stability and warmth into his life, offering support while respecting the memory of what had been lost. Over time, their relationship deepened into a meaningful and enduring partnership built on trust and emotional connection. In 2001, Brosnan and Smith were married in a ceremony held in Ireland, a location closely tied to his heritage. This event symbolized more than just a wedding. It represented a new chapter of healing, renewal, and hope. Together, they built a family and welcomed two sons, Dylan and Paris. Fatherhood once again became a central aspect of Brosnan's life, enriched by the experiences he had endured and the perspective he had gained through past hardships. This second loss forced Brosnan to confront the long-lasting impact of cancer within his family. It was not only the sorrow of losing a daughter, but also the painful recurrence of a tragedy that seemed beyond his control. The experience highlighted the profound and generational effects of the disease on those closest to him. In recent years, Brosnan has spoken openly about the personal losses that have shaped his outlook on life. He has described grief as something that does not simply fade over time, but instead becomes an enduring part of one's identity. Rather than attempting to suppress it, he has acknowledged that the memories of Cassandra Harris and Charlotte Brosnan continue to influence his perspective on family, time, and existence. From these experiences, Brosnan has also found a sense of purpose. He has supported efforts related to cancer awareness, emphasizing the importance of early detection and continued medical research. While he does not present himself as a conventional activist, his involvement carries significant personal meaning, grounded in lived experience and a desire to honor the memory of the two women he lost. Professionally, Brosnan has continued to evolve beyond the action-oriented roles that once defined his career. He has taken on more nuanced characters that reflect maturity, introspection, and emotional depth. These roles demonstrate a depth shaped by personal experience, allowing his performances to carry a sense of authenticity and gravitas. His continued relevance in the entertainment industry reflects both his adaptability and his enduring talent. What are your thoughts on the challenges and tragedies Pierce Brosnan has faced throughout his life? Share your comments below. If you found this story meaningful, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.